Y'all know one of the things I get tired of hearing. I get tired of hearing that women always saying that there's no good men around. I want to ask you all a question. You ever had a woman that was good to you, but she just wasn't good enough?
It's working.
Nest God.
It's working.
All right, so what's happening, everybody? It is your boy, Kenneth Sean, and welcome back to Blue Oval Media. Today, this is a impromptu video. Wasn't planned, wasn't supposed to happen. I've been back and forth about this right here. And so, I'm not getting rid of the car. But that Whipple gotta go. I like it. Don't get me wrong, the 2.3 is great. But just like with anything, we always want more power. And so I've been going back and forth. Do I go E85 and then max it out and probably get like a little bit over 7? And I was like, nah, it's time to get a crusher. And so I put this online the other day, and literally it took one day. A couple guys were making offers, and you know how this is when you do marketplace and things of that nature. Guys always want to make offers, lowball you as best as they could. I get it. It's the art of negotiation, but guy made me an offer that I couldn't refuse, and so I promised him that I would ship it out tomorrow. So, with no help, I got to go ahead and take this thing off myself and get it packed and ready to be shipped. Now, if you all have never done one of these, this will actually be my second time doing it. First time actually doing it by myself. I always had somebody helping me because it is a little heavy, but I think I can go ahead and knock it out. So I'm not going to be able to do a step-by-step. That's not really what this is. This is just more so you all seeing that I am parting ways with this Supercharger. Like I said, it's been good. Got 621 rear wheel on a 2.3 liter Gen 1 Whipple that I got on a deal. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I pretty much got what I paid for it. And I bought it a year and a half ago. So I'm actually pleased with that, especially during this time where money is a little bit tight for everybody. I'm very appreciative of it. So right now, I am looking for a Gen 4 crusher or a Gen 5. We'll talk about in a few. So let me go ahead and get over to this and getting this thing out, and I'll show you all and talk about the process a little bit, all right? Stay with me. All right, so we're back. I got my buddy Orlando. And so because we're not as strong as Mario, me by myself, he's gonna help me get that up out of there because it's already ready to come out. And so it's like 3 hours later, but it only took me 45 minutes. If I was able to get it all, I could have did it in 45 minutes, but that's neither here nor there. So let's get to it. All right, here we go. Man, the engine bay is dusty and everything, but I am now superchargeless, if that's even a word. There is nothing here for me now. That one, get it later. I'm about to take that apart. That one's gonna be going out, but there is nothing here at all. Wow. More to come. So we're almost, pretty much almost at the end. I gotta take these fuel rails off, get the injectors up out of here, and then obviously I have to save this plenum because that's where the new supercharger will go. And then this will be what I'm shipping out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get at it with the fuel rails. Man, just so you all know, I'm gonna start posting all the old videos from mcsc Green Wheels about my car. These fuel rails were like the reason why my car couldn't run for a long time, because I didn't have them. Like, I had the wrong fuel rails on here because these are made, these are made for actual Whipple superchargers. So shout out to Division X for making such a great fuel rail. And shout out for me now knowing my research now. So I'm gonna do that. As you can see, I'm getting this one side off. Boom, that's done. I am now gonna make sure that I keep, because one thing that's real easy to happen is just losing bolts, man. Like, and I'm one of those people that'll lose everything. So I keep, if just you all can see over here, I keep a bucket full of stuff just in case of things like that. So we're gonna be safe, not sorry. We got that over there. I probably should upgrade my injectors as well, but obviously, you know, that's another expense that I probably don't want to take on at this time. But I've seen people say that with E85, they can still get a lot out of 80-pound injectors. Who knows? So shout out to the buyer of this. I literally listed this thing and in 24 hours it was sold. And I had, like I said, a couple of guys trying to lowball, but nope, I wasn't going. And I get it, because sometimes I lowball guys and they're not going. So I really do understand. So I've been wanting to sell this thing for a while. Part of the reason I didn't want to sell it was because I did not want to take this car back down again. The fear of this car not running was literally just getting to me. And then I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I be nervous. I don't be wanting to do stuff by myself, but I know enough at this point in the game, so I should not be nervous about doing stuff by myself. And I've been knowing this stuff. So this actually is for me, it just goes back to everything that my father kind of broke down for me and taught me as it related to this stuff. So shout out to my old man, because yeah, I can still retro cars without everybody else's help. All right, so you have to undo all of the bolts, and then the one that's the hardest is fine. Once you get it, you lift it, ta-da. Don't break your injectors. Try to do this. Okay, so now I can get to this bolt with no problem. It was already loosened. And this is where all right. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I knew I was gonna have a little bit of coolant from there, but thanks, Orlando. I have to now, this is the last part of what needs to happen. So I'm going to get all these tools out the way. And we'll be back. I'm gonna dump this coolant into a bucket so that I don't have this coolant leaking everywhere. Because this is the final part. We'll be back. All right, so normally you would have to put heat on each one of these bolts, but because these have been replaced before, I just went in a kind of a zigzag position, but they don't come from the factory with this head on it. So I've actually snapped these bolts before from an original factory supercharger because they were never unloosened before. So now all I did was just kind of went in a cross pattern and unloosened them just to make sure that I don't break one. Because that would be horrific. I have done it before. And it is not fun trying to get a broke one of these out. But these have been upgraded. And I will always say put these type of bolts in with this head because you will break the other ones after so long. So I'm just gonna get these out of here. The new owner is going to be blessed with these bolts. He's gonna have to get another one though. The previous owner of this Supercharger just didn't put, for some odd reason, only put, let me see, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only put 9 of them in, and one of them had a different head on it. And yeah, I'm just gonna suggest that they get a new one and not use this head. So I'm actually making my life much harder. I could just use the air ratchet, the electric ratchet that I have. But I'm being lazy and don't feel like taking it out. It happens. Keep the bolts in their same place because I'm going to take this off and put those bolts right back in for the new owner. And there you have it. This Supercharger is now disassembled and ready for its new owner, who this is going to get shipped to tomorrow. So total time that it took, I would say it took about 90 minutes to do all of this. All right, guys, so last but not least, gotta make sure I cover up this, man, this engine bay is dirty. My Lord, I gotta get in here now. But obviously don't want nothing to go inside of there. So put the tape on there and I'll clean this other stuff up later. I gotta get some of this cooling up off this car. But as you can see, Supercharger is ready. Gotta flip it over. Make sure I get all of my parts back in that little bucket over there for whatever I get my new one and ship this one out to the new customer. In conclusion, the Supercharger is there and I hope you all enjoyed this Supercharger. Probably gonna put up, you know, my last memory, well, not my last memory, but probably my greatest memory of it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit 621. I can go home. He don't have to rev it no more. I can go home. I can pay him his money. I can go home. We have hit 621 horsepower on the KSD notch. I told you, the legend will get it together. There he is. He's not gonna say much, but the legend will get it together. That's legendary Mike Post. This has been a long journey and a rough day. But like he said, everything don't always go as planned, but the end result is that we have 621 horsepower on a 2.3 liter Whipple with 17 pounds of boost. And shout out to my buddy Orlando for helping me out on today. But it's time to move on to bigger and better. You know, she treated me well. She was nice. But it's just time to move on to bigger and better. And so, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Should I go a Gen 4? Or should I just say, forget it, go Gen 5 3.0? But I am going Crusher. And we ready to put down some serious power. I got a little bit of suspension ready, so ready to put down some serious power. We may go corn, I don't know. But in the comments, tell me what you think should I do. Should I go Gen 4 Crusher, 2.9 liter, or go Gen 5 3.0? If somebody was selling one for the right price, I'll probably do a Gen 4, but people want Gen 5 prices because they paid for it new and then the Gen 5 came out. So I'm just gonna wait for it to go on sale. The summer's over with anyway. Don't need to drive the car, but somebody's gonna make it happen. And if you all know somebody at Lethal Performance or anywhere that's going to give me that 15% off of that Gen 5, let me know ASAP. I'm ready to buy. And so if you like this video, please make sure you like, please make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you follow us on Instagram. That's the KSD Notch. No longer running. All right. I thank you all so much. Appreciate you. You're your boy, Kendall Sean with Blue Oval Media. And I am out. Peace.